Hey friends, I am actually not at my usual location. I'm not at home, so I wasn't expecting to be filming a video, but when messages come in and I'm prompted to share them, I make a video. So I've been getting a lot of messages from Galactic Federation today, especially from Commander Ashtar, who is the head of the the Ashtar Command, which is within the Galactic Federation. And the Galactic Federation, if you don't already know, is comprised of representatives from various star systems throughout the multiverse, and they're all very involved in helping planet Earth with her ascension and helping humanity upgrade our DNA codes and just evolve as a race, which is what's been happening now for a few years and has really accelerated in the last 2 years, and especially in the last few months. We're about to enter into the portal for the Lionsgate tomorrow, August 8th. And so that's going to be a tremendous opportunity to really up level your energy. So if you can spend some time outside and get your sun exposure as much as you can, that will help you with the upgrades that are happening, because the sun is really what's providing all of these codes, these activated codes that are affecting us very much. A lot of us are feeling really tired, really worn down, and the reason is not necessarily that we're getting sick. I mean, it could be that, but it's more likely that you're getting upgraded, okay? Because this has been, like I said, going on for a while and is really escalating, and we'll really reach a peak tomorrow during the Lionsgate portal. I know a lot of people in the spiritual community are talking about how it's a huge manifestation portal, which is true. It's a great opportunity to manifest those things that you want to call in, whatever that abundance might look like to you, whether it be abundance of wealth, abundance of friends, abundance of family, abundance of interesting experiences, whatever that is for you. A new career, a new job, a new house, a new relationship, all of that is on the buffet when you enter into the Lionsgate portal. So tomorrow is a really big day for that. And we want to really prepare ourselves. And to do that, we want to really be, what I would suggest is, spend some time in prayers, spend some time in meditation, go for walks, try to find some stillness, maybe do some journaling. Try when you journal to think about those things that you want to call in, and, write them down as if they've already happened, because you are really, expecting them to happen. You have a lot of faith and belief and trust in the universe that it will send you what it is that is not only good for you, but for the highest good of all. So if it's just that you want $1 million because that'll help you to buy, a fancy car, but it doesn't really, add to your mission here on Earth, or add to the collective, what's best for the collective, then it's not likely going to happen, right? It has to be something that's in line with your divine purpose, in line with what you're here to do and what is going to help the collective, okay? We're in the age of Aquarius now. It's not just about me, but it's about the we. How are we going to help our communities, our local communities, our states, and, our country and our world, our Earth, right? And so we're going to be having more and more seeing themes throughout the next year to 2 years and beyond regarding these kind of things. Community, helping each other out, banding together to, really bring about this new Earth that we're starting to build. And that's the big message from Commander Ashtar, is that, a lot of people in the spiritual community are talking about the solar flares and the major solar flare that's coming that will propel us into a 5D reality and create that Earth split that everyone's talking about between 3D and 5D Earth. And yes, that day is coming, but that doesn't mean we have to wait to start building new Earth until that day comes. We can start building now by forming relationships, communities, and really looking out for other people and not be focused on self. It's a Christ consciousness upgrade. It's a consciousness upgrade around, like I said, not just only caring about yourself, but caring about other people as well. So that's what we're stepping into now, and tomorrow is a big, big day for that. A lot of people are feeling, like a lot of things are coming up for a lot of people. Let's just put it that way. You can be experiencing a lot of distress in your life. It might be that you're emotionally in turmoil, and that's not a bad thing. It might feel awful as you're going through it. Believe me, I know, but it doesn't mean that it's not for the highest good and the highest good of for you and for others, because ultimately it's going to expand you into the person that you're really meant to be. It's going to allow you to get rid of the things, get rid of that toxic energy, get rid of the trauma, get rid of the things that have been holding you back, so that you can then start inviting those things that you really want. Okay, so as much as it's hard to go through that shadow work and that inner work, it's really necessary in order to really get the most out of this Lionsgate portal and get the most out of these energies and these upgrades that are coming in right now. So that's really the story in a nutshell. And, you know, it's a time too where, I guess I'll say this last thing, we really have to hold the high vibration. Things are going to start getting even more and more chaotic throughout the world, throughout our country. We're going to be seeing a lot of revelations coming forth. We're going to be having a lot of disclosure happening. You know, things are not going to be looking too pretty. And, you know, it's going to create a lot of fear among people that have not been really tapping into what the bigger picture is, right? So a lot of people are going to be stifled with fear, riddled with fear, you know, really caught up in what's happening in the news. It's important when that happens to not let yourself get caught up in it as well, and to really hold that higher vibration no matter how bad things get. Okay, so no matter how difficult things might get, no matter how bad things might look, we have to stay strong and hold that high vibration through the turbulence, because that is really what's needed, and to not get caught up and swept away with the negativity, because once you let that in, it's just gonna grow, okay, and it's just gonna create a tsunami for yourself and for those around you, and ultimately affects, you know, everything that's happening. So it's important to really hold that high vibrational line through everything that we're going to see happening in the next couple of months, couple of years. That's the message for today. Have a great day.